Today I want to talk about something which is complex to understand, so I combine it with yet another complex topic from finance: goodwill. On the balance sheet, you probably know that assets is equal to equity plus liabilities. The value of a business that exceeds its assets minus the liabilities is called goodwill. So in other words, non-physical assets like a solid customer base, brand recognition or excellence of management. Very hard to measure and kind of abstract in some cases. Goodwill is not amortized, however, and must be tested annually for impairment. Amortization relates to intangible assets, depreciations to fixed assets, by the way. Super simplified, an impairment is a kind of re-valuation where the value only goes down. And now I will combine memory lane accounting with my T with T. When I was the local CFO of a Spanish company many moons ago, there was an ongoing topic whether certain parts were or were not in scope of an impairment test. So, independent of the outcome of the impeding impairment test, the question was, what was to be tested? This time it was our goodwill position. There are certain things that can be defined as goodwill. However, there were differences on balance sheet which were not goodwill as part of a purchase price allocation, but automatically be declared as goodwill nonetheless. In other words, there was some goodwill which was A plus B plus C. And there was some goodwill because it was not in D, nor E, nor F, and so on. So the difference, let's call it X, was automatically goodwill too. So the definable goodwill was goodwill, and the everything else what it is not was also goodwill, giving you the total sum of the final goodwill amount up for impairment testing. Now, soon you will see a bunch of T with T episodes where I will try to tackle one single concept from that same angle. What is trust? What is culture? What is loyalty? Often, these concepts are descriptive by certain actions in a particular combination and consistency. Things we can count, describe, identify. But often as well, the concept is a bit of everything else which is not easy to be measured, defined, associated, and thus makes it so. There is the definition of trust, and there is trust by everything else it is not. And sorry for keeping you waiting. Yes, processes behave in that same way. There's a process which can be defined by step A and step B and step C. And there's a process since it does not include D, nor E, nor F, and therefore becomes part of a previous process mentioned. So, just like goodwill, sometimes a seemingly unrelated step is part of a process because it is not part of any other process. And that's my cup of observability.